headlines of VTV News. State President extends date greetings to people forces in Thap province. All contractors on key transportation projects are committed to working throughout the Lunar New Year. And later on in our world news, NATO kicks off largest military exercise since Cold War.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Hello and welcome to VTV News broadcast live from Hanoi. You're with me, Lina Pham, and here's the top news of the hour. State President Võ Văn Thưởng visited and offered date greetings to people, the mobile police and the customs force of the Mekong Delta province of Thap on Thursday. More in the following.
State President Võ Văn Thưởng offered incense and flowers to President Ho Chi Minh's father, Nguyen, at a temple dedicated to him in Cao Lãnh City. The state leader also visited to deliver unity houses and date gifts to disadvantaged households, workers and children in challenging circumstances in the districts of Hồng Ngự, Tân Hồng and Hồng Ngự City. He highlighted the region's historical significance and praised its development, with Hồng Ngự district achieving new rural standards and reducing poverty rates. The state president encouraged local collaboration for a peaceful and cooperative border area, aiming to eradicate poverty and enhance the well-being of people in the border regions of Vietnam and Cambodia.
Revolutionary base areas or regions with rich traditional culture in Vietnam are typically located in remote areas and encounter numerous challenges. Therefore, it requires more attention from central agencies and provincial leadership in building transportation, infrastructure, and ensuring education, as well as improving healthcare for the people. I hope that in difficult times, everyone can unite and share with each other, and in times of economic prosperity, unity becomes even more crucial.
State President Võ Văn Thưởng also visited the mobile police battalion in Thap province to wish them a happy date. He praised the force for their successful tasks and emphasized implementing the party's resolution to strengthen the police force. He urged the police to coordinate with the community to perform their duties effectively. Superiors should provide spiritual support, serving as role models for those under their command. Sharing the soldiers' duties during the date holiday, the state president also suggested agencies consider both material and spiritual aspects of their lives. This support would allow officers to fulfill their duties and enjoy date with their families.
Also on the same day, Prime Minister Pham Minh and his spouse hosted a banquet for diplomatic corps in Vietnam on the occasion of the Lunar New Year festival, or Tết. The event saw the presence of foreign ambassadors, chargés d'affaires, and chief representatives of international organizations in Vietnam and their spouses. In his remarks, the government leader briefed the guests on Vietnam's achievements in various spheres in 2023. On behalf of Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng and other party and state leaders and the people of Vietnam, the Prime Minister thanked foreign ambassadors, diplomatic staffs for their sentiments and support to Vietnam over the past time. The Prime Minister also highlighted the importance of international solidarity and cooperation and multilateralism. Palestinian ambassador, who is head of the diplomatic corps, congratulated Vietnam on its achievements in 2023. The ambassador said he believed that the country will contribute more to maintaining peace and stability in the world, fostering cooperation between countries, promoting multilateralism, and addressing common challenges. Prime Minister Pham Minh stressed the need to continue reforming and improving the quality of the emulation and reward work while addressing a meeting in Hanoi on Thursday. The work has significantly contributed to the achievements Vietnam recorded in 2023, the government leader told the 7th session of the Central Council for Emulation and Rewards for the 2021 to 2026 tenure. The Prime Minister also serves as the chairman of the council, and he also acts the participants to review the work last year, trace causes behind its limitations and draw lessons from them, and set out targets, tasks, and solutions for the 2024. The government leader also requested the council to adjust and supplement its working regulations, uphold the role of each member, and prevent negative phenomena in the emulation and reward work. During a working session in the Mekong Delta province of Bạc Liêu, National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ congratulated the province on surpassing its 2023 targets, achieving notable and comprehensive results that positioned it among well-performing localities in the region and the country. More in the following.
Working with the local authorities, the National Assembly chairman asked the provincial party organization and authorities to actively realize resolutions of the 8th plenum of the party central committee and translate the resolutions of the party, government and National Assembly into local development tasks. They were required to build action plans to roll out the approved provincial master plan and effectively implement the National Assembly's resolution on certain mechanisms and policies for national target programs, important policies regarding land and housing, and other regulations and laws and resolutions passed by the legislature. With the Lunar New Year approaching, he urged special attention to providing care for policy beneficiary families, poor households, and workers, ensuring a joyful and warm holiday season for them. Last year, the province showcased a commendable economic growth of 7.24%, securing the 5th position in the Mekong Delta and 24th nationwide. Its budget revenue exceeded the estimate by 13.2%, reaching $172.2 million. Noteworthy achievements also included a reduction in the rate of poor households to 1.7% and a significant increase in exports.
Following the official dispatch dated December the 30th, 2023, on January the 24th, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính issued another official dispatch regarding the assurance of sufficient petroleum supply for production, business, and consumption during the Lunar New Year. The Prime Minister requested the Ministry of Industry and Trade to monitor and closely observe the global and domestic petroleum markets, strengthen inspections, and adjust the allocation of petroleum resources accordingly based on the market situation. Additionally, the ministry was instructed to manage gasoline prices in compliance with the law, ensuring the interest of the state, businesses, and general public. The Prime Minister assigned the Ministry of Finance to lead and collaborate with the Ministry of Industry and Trade and key petroleum traders to adjust relevant costs in the formula used to calculate the base price of petroleum. Furthermore, the Prime Minister requested the Committee for Management of State Capital at Enterprises to work together with the Ministry of Industry and Trade in directing the Oil and Gas Group and the Petroleum Group to proactively develop suitable plans for petroleum production, distribution, and regulation. Construction site and product material for production have been resolved. The current dry weather is also the most favorable for construction. Therefore, all contractors on key transportation projects are committed to working throughout the Lunar New Year.
As the Lunar New Year approaches, construction is still going strong on all sites, especially the North-South Expressway project. Most teams are keeping at least half of their workers and machinery, ensuring work continues smoothly during the Tet holiday.
We have a great team spirit. Workers here are committed to complete their tasks.
Providing bonus salaries and Tet gifts will motivate the construction workers.
Vietnam is now building a 1,700 kilometers high-speed road network across the North, Central, and South regions. This is the first time the country has undertaken multiple major infrastructure projects at once. For many years, key transportation projects have maintained a spirit of working through holidays and Tet. They aims to complete the modern road system across the country as quickly as possible.
The construction workers understand the importance of the project, so they are doing fine.
We plan, organize personnel, and boost the spirit for our team. Additionally, we'll have a Tet celebration right here at the construction site for workers.
The Ministry of Transport will start 19 projects in 2024, bringing the total operational expressway length to 2,021 kilometers.
Coming up next, date gifts delivered to naval soldiers on Trường Sa archipelago. And embroidered clothes with dragon embellishments conquer heart of consumers. You're watching VTV News. Sapa Town, located in Lào Cai province, is one of the areas affected by the current wave of cold weather. The temperature in this region has been consistently dropping sharply since the beginning of the week, reaching as low as 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the top priority for the locality is to proactively and flexibly implement measures to prevent the cold and ensure stable production, with particular emphasis on the health of the people.
To ensure that nearly 500 boarding students have activities on cold days, the school has repaired the rice husk furnace to heat water for the students. Additionally, there is concern about the nutrition level of the boarding school meals.
All broken glass windows have been repaired and reinstalled. Additionally, we have provided warm clothing for the students.
The cold weather has led to an increase in the number of patients being admitted to Sapa Town General Hospital. In addition to providing active treatment, the hospital has also arranged for heaters, heat lamps, and extra warm blankets to ensure the health and comfort of the patients.
We close all doors to limit drafts, instruct patients to dress warmly, and provide them with extra blankets. We also offer warm clothing outside the clinic area.
We have requested the town's authority to send specific guidelines to communes and districts to implement cold prevention plans.
The new cold wave is not only affecting Sapa, but also sweeping through most localities in the province. As a result, more than 32,000 students from 96 schools are temporarily unable to attend classes. Local authorities are taking prompt measures to ensure effective cold prevention.
The ship locks in the Trường Sa Island district have become safe shelters for fishermen in recent years, enabling offshore fishing and contributing for economic development. This plays a crucial role in asserting the nation's sovereignty over the sea and islands. More in the following story. The West Reef Island Fishing Support Service Center is well equipped to serve fishing vessels with facilities for fuel, provisions, and food sold at mainland places. The harbor, covering over 13 hectares, is wind protected by embankments and can accommodate over 200 fishing vessels. This is convenient for fishermen seeking shelter from storms during offshore fishing trips.
These kinds of ship locks provide the boats shelters when in stormy weather. People can confidently seek refuge directly in here, unlike in the past when they had to anchor really far away and use small boats to transport goods, which was much more challenging.
In 2023, the islands in Trường Sa Island District and vessels from Naval Region 4 assisted over 400 boats struggling with provisions and food due to bad weather. They also guided more than 6,000 fishing vessels to take shelter in navigation locks to avoid storms.
Naval Region 4, along with other naval forces, has been a strong support for our fishermen, motivating them to carry out fishing activities.
Trường Sa Island District has around 10 military clinics and a modern medical center. In the past year,
They provided emergency care for over 100 cases involving island residents and fishermen from different provinces, offering free medication to more than 6,000 cases.
My family and I feel really safe on the island, and our neighbors feel the same way too because the military medical staff really cares about us.
In the past year, any fishing expedition lasting less than a month will need to return to the mainland for supplies. But now, with the support of ship locks, the sea voyages are longer and the costs are reduced by around 40%. These ship locks in Trường Sa not only provide free fuel and fresh water, but also give fishermen the confidence to stay at sea for longer periods.
As date approaches, the Vietnam People's Navy has dispatched a special trip for reporters bringing the date gifts from the mainland to soldiers and islanders on the Trường Sa archipelago. The gift giving ahead of the Lunar New Year inspired naval soldiers to overcome challenges to fulfill their mission of protecting the national sovereignty and territorial integrity.
To cheer up the atmosphere ahead of Tet, military officers and naval soldiers on Đá Tây Island held many sports activities. The enjoyment of playing sports motivates naval soldiers, helping them to stay healthy and get over homesickness. In addition, soldiers can boost their fitness and strength in this gym studio.
Playing sports is very helpful for soldiers as it benefits their physical health as well as their mental health. In addition, we held various cultural activities during break time or on special days to strengthen solidarity and help soldiers get over homesickness.
As Tet draws near, a delegation from Brigade 146, Naval Region 4, recently made a trip to An Bang Island to deliver Tet gifts and necessities for local soldiers. They not only receive heartwarming gifts from special guests, but also immerse themselves in a cozy atmosphere that they rarely have a chance to enjoy.
While immersing ourselves in the cheerful atmosphere of Tet, we never forget our duties. We have a lot of things to prepare for Tet, such as cleaning the surrounding environment, taking care of our plants and decorating rooms. We also held cultural activities to motivate soldiers.
We were provided with essential ingredients to make bánh chưng on the 27th day of the first lunar month. All soldiers will gather at the room to make bánh chưng together. In addition, we will hold various activities to celebrate Tet.
As Tet approaches, naval soldiers on the Trường Sa archipelago are busy preparing for the most important holiday of the year. Everyone is looking forward to a new year filled with joy, happiness, and victory.
Online travel company Agoda has identified Vietnam as one of the top 5 destinations for travelers in the Asia-Pacific region during the upcoming Lunar New Year travel break. Agoda's data released this week shows that visitors from across Asia are attracted to Vietnam for its stunning scenery, warm culture, and renowned cuisine. The company highlighted several popular spots in the country that draw a large number of foreign tourists during the festive period, including Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang, Nha Trang, Hanoi, and Phu Quoc Island. Other regional destinations on the list include Japan, Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Korean tourists may account for the largest number of visitors to Vietnam during this time. Lai Vung district in Đông Tháp province has long been famous for its specialties. Among them are tangerines and the famous fermented pork sausages brand of Lai Vung. The profession of making fermented pork sausages in Lai Vung district of Đông Tháp province was officially recognized by the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism as a national intangible cultural heritage on Thursday. The profession was born around 1960. In 2012, the specialty was recognized by the Vietnam Record Book as being in the top 10 famous fermented pork sausages specialties in Vietnam. By 2013, the Vietnam Record Book announced that Lai Vung fermented pork sausages were among the top 50 Vietnamese gift specialties. To maintain the Lai Vung fermented pork sausages brand, the province supports the specialty making establishments to constantly improving quality and product design to fully meet customer demands. As 2024 is the year of dragon, Vietnamese consumers are looking to buy items and products featuring dragon mascots. In Ho Chi Minh City, a woman, the owner of an embroidery workshop, has conquered the hearts of young people with her embroidery dress embellished with dragon mascots. Join us in the following report to discover more.
Each outside is adorned with the mascots of dragons and phoenix. Chami and her friend felt overwhelmed by sophisticated embroidery techniques showcased through the embellishments of this dress.
I'm very surprised. I had thought this outside would not match my style, but after I tried it on and touched the beautiful embroideries of a dragon mascot, it has now conquered my heart. I really love it.
This is the most beautiful dress I've ever bought. The dress with dragon mascot embroideries makes my outfit unique and fashionable. In fact, I didn't like wearing velvet dress, but now I'm growing fond of velvet outfits with such meticulous embroideries.
According to the owner of this embroidery workshop, a large number of young people came here to buy embroidery clothes embellished with dragon mascots. Hand-embroidered products are favored because they make people's outfits unique and trendy. These products are also suitable for different ages.
This year, the number of orders for clothing products embellished with dragon and phoenix embroideries have increased 5 to 10 times compared to the previous years. It took us several months to make these clothing products, as embroidering requires hard work over a long period of time. Therefore, hand-embroidered products are very valuable.
Hand-embroidered products with dragon patterns contribute to promote traditional Vietnamese handicraft villages. Each beautiful piece of embroidery demonstrates the hard work, skillfulness, and creativity of young Vietnamese artisans.
Coming up next in our world news, NATO kicks off largest military exercise since Cold War. And humanitarian crisis worsens by hour in southern Gaza. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, on Wednesday began its biggest military exercise since the Cold War, with the U.S. warship leaving the United States for transit across the Atlantic to alliance territory in Europe. According to NATO's Supreme Allied Commander, Europe General Christopher Cavalli, the alliance will demonstrate its ability to reinforce the Euro-Atlantic area via transatlantic movement of forces from North America. About 90,000 troops will take part in the months-long Steadfast Defender 24 exercise designed to test the alliance defense capabilities. Steadfast Defender 2024 will be composed of a series of smaller individual drills and will span from North America to NATO's eastern flank, close to the Russian border. Some 50 naval vessels, 80 aircrafts, and over 1,100 combat vehicles will take part in the drills. A fire broke out at a large oil refinery in a southern Russian town on Wednesday and was brought under control. The refinery is one of many energy infrastructure facilities hit by fire across Russia in the past week. The vacuum unit was on fire. According to preliminary information, there were neither casualties or injured. Social media footage released on Thursday showed a large blaze and thick smoke at the refinery in Sapa Town and emergency vehicles at a distance. Russian news agencies also quoted officials at the region's major airport in the seaside town of Sochi as saying it had suspended arrivals and departures. Crews and dispatchers were taking all precautions to ensure flight safety in the area. Russia has called for an emergency United Nations Security Council session to discuss the crash of a Russian plane which was carrying captured Ukrainian soldiers to a prisoner exchange. Speaking at a press conference at the UN headquarters in New York, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said that Ukraine had carried out an attack on the Il-76 transport plane, which was carrying 65 Ukrainian prisoners of war, a crew of 6 and 3 Russian servicemen. All of them were killed. 2 black boxes were recovered from the crash site and will be delivered to a defense ministry lab for decoding. The Ukrainian military rejected Russians' accusations and had said it had not yet confirmed whether Ukrainian prisoners of war were on board. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called for an international investigation into the crash. Hundreds of thousands of displaced people in southern Gaza are living in a humanitarian crisis. The situation has worsened by hour as they struggle to find essential supplies such as food, drinking water, clothes, and electricity.
Since the conflict between Israeli forces and Hamas broke out, nearly 2 million people have been displaced across the Gaza Strip. The city of Rafah, located in southern Gaza, has become a huge camp where hundreds of tents have been set up using wood and plastic sheets that do not protect against rain or the cold of winter. In a worn-out tent made of fabric, Mohammed sat with her children after she left her home in Jabalia to Rafah.
We have no drinking water, food, or even electricity. 2 children died here in these tents due to the extreme cold. We cannot find milk for our children, so we boil water with sugar to satisfy their hunger.
Other displaced residents share the same struggle. To provide water for his family of 7, Ahmed Abu Jamal had to walk long distances.
It's difficult for us to get water and food. We try every way to find water and fill it from anywhere. Sometimes I walk more than 2 kilometers just to fill 1 liter of water.
There is no longer room for families in school shelters, so the displaced people are building ramshackle tents on the sides of buildings, making sure to be as close as possible to UN flags or the Egyptian border, with the hope that they are protected from Israeli airstrikes. The Palestinian death toll from Israeli attacks on the Gaza Strip has surpassed 25,000, according to the Ministry of Health in the territory.
And now let's take a look at the weather forecast. And that's it for this edition of VTV News. Thank you for watching. To rewatch our program, you can download VTVgo from App Store or Google Play or tune in our YouTube channel at youtube.com/VTV4Go. Goodbye for now.